I heard that.
We are live.
I heard words.
Oh, yeah. Harris with Can't Lose. Happy Friday, everybody.
Welcome.
Hello.
I'm joined by my friend once again, and he will also be co-hosting from now on. Let's tell Mr. Jeffrey Frazier.
Yay. All hail Lord Okage. I'm the Hokage.
Yeah, rice and beans to you, too. All right. And to my left is a very good friend of mine. Been doing comedy for quite a long time. Very good. I met a friend of a friend. Thank you for coming through. Mr. Bob Kitson is in his house today.
Hello.
Hey, Bob.
Thanks for coming through. So we just going to jump right into it. A lot of the cover, we'll do what we can, and we'll do what we feel like doing. So well, I'm going to go straight into this whole Saudi Arabia shit. And, like, it's obvious that this man is dead. And that Saudis has something to do with it.
Are you sure?
It's
No,
not,
I'm just kidding.
It's not
kidding.
looking good for them.
He absolutely is dead. Yeah.
You know, if
For
we was
sure.
just to find another energy source, exceptional oil, we wouldn't have to deal with Saudi Arabia.
Well, that's the unfortunate part, that the Republicans are stuck in the 50s, so they don't know anything but oil, fortunately.
Yeah, man, we need other energy sources, not because we're not even gonna go into the global warming debate, because we're gonna go into the fact that we have to deal with the fact that Saudi Arabia can kill one of our American citizens, and we can't really do anything about it. Our balls is in the sling.
Yeah, I don't think he was an American citizen.
No.
I think he was just
I think
living
he
here
worked
in
for the
exile.
Washington Post.
Yeah, and he worked for the Washington Post.
I think he was like a either had a visa.
Yeah, I think he had a visa
or
or
he
something, yeah.
he just went back and forth. But he wasn't an American citizen. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, so what?
That's part of what Trump's whole argument
But
was, is that like he's not even an American citizen.
But it doesn't matter. He comes from here, so I'm like,
Yeah.
But we all know what the orange fuck sticks down with, so it doesn't matter. I was going to ask you, Jeffrey, because you know you are familiar. You watch wrestling or YouTube on wrestling. You know they have a big event going down there sometime in November, called the Crown Jewel WWE, and it's in Saudi Arabia, and there are a lot of senators and like people saying that you shouldn't go there, and there's even wrestlers that don't want to go there because of the situation.
Well, they did before though. Did you see the video of like John Cena like talking about thank you Saudi Arabia and thank you King Solomon, like at the last WWE event they did?
I think that was the greatest Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. It's like Saudi Arabia is so suspect. Like, didn't Osama bin Laden come from Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
I think so.
Exactly.
Something
So
like that, yeah.
you didn't have no problem before going to this event when Osama bin Laden was in Saudi Arabia. Now you want to be like, ooh, I don't want to go.
Well, I think it's a simple fact that, you know, they could kill this guy. Who's to say they can just jump at these motherfuckers? I'd be crazy to deal with, you know, jump at the Undertaker like that or something like that. But, you know, these people, they don't care. You know what I mean? You know, they put planes in the building, so who cares if they jump a 7-foot, 300-pound guy?
That'd be crazy if there's a terrorist attack on wrestlers. Oh, that'd unify the whole goddamn country.
Well, and the crazy thing is that that was one of the concerns of some of the wrestlers and even the production people. So if you ain't got talent, you ain't got people to run the camera, you ain't got no show. So they're gonna have to figure something out. I mean, personally, you know, I mean, it'd be nice to see, but I mean, I'd rather have people just, you know, stay here and, you know, not worry about being, you know, hanged or whatever the fuck have you, or kind of stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Just whatever. Just make sure you have your Apple Watch on you.
oh yeah,
Because that way it can record whatever happens.
well, I have the network, you know, so
It'll go to the cloud.
right.
I mean, you'll be dead, but we'll be able to find
Fine,
out
is
because
it,
it was
you
in
know,
the cloud.
Segue. It's funny how it took so long for them to create that damn George Jetson bullshit. It's the fucking spacely sprocklet watch
Right.
that Apple is. It took them so long. They could have made that shit much earlier, I believe.
And then didn't Knight Rider had a watch like that too, right?
Yeah, Knight Rider. They always talked about it in sci-fi, but
Right,
it took
yeah.
so long.
To
Like
do it.
flying cars. Why don't we have flying cars?
Because
yet?
we got stupid people.
Right, yeah. It's
There-
the worst idea ever.
You know, I can see it now. You know, just like crashing into buildings and doing dumb
Right.
shit. You know,
Yeah,
right.
we can't drive on the damn ground.
Like, you-
how
you-
about the air?
You
You're
really
right.
can't have it because of like movies like Fifth Element.
Right.
Because then everybody would be trying to pull some Bruce Willis shit all the time, like trying to drive down. And all, like,
Basically,
yeah,
you
like
know.
people are idiots.
I
Trying
know.
to get that multi-pass.
Right. Lulu Dallas multipass.
My favorite character in there was Chris Tucker. That
Of
that
course.
shit that man.
He was in that moist golden outfit with that funny hair.
That RuPaul special. Shit. I was joking around. I was like, no homo. Like, he looks better as a chick than a dude. Like, on some real shit. Like, I'm like, like when he's in regular clothes, I'm like, he looked like this. He looked like this Montel Williams sickly, but Montel Williams is sickly. So like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
like the dark skinned Montel and shit. It's crazy. But yeah, like, I guess we're gonna have to just wait and see what happens with this situation.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I didn't even know that the next event was going to be in Saudi Arabia. That's interesting.
Well, that's the next big one they have. I do know they have a WWE Evolution, which is the all women's pay per view, which is at the end of the month, on the 28th, and that's supposed to be a big deal. I think it's somewhere up here in New York and Uniondale area. So
Yeah.
should be interesting.
I'd rather watch the women wrestlers these days than the dudes for some reason.
Well, they're more athletically better than most of the male roster anyway. But
yeah, the male roster is garbage all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
they got to bring back the old dudes. Like,
it's not going to happen because
I like KO. I like Kevin, but isn't he out? Isn't
he has an injury. He just had double knee surgery or some shit like that.
I like him. I
Well,
like KO.
I've always liked him. I just never liked his attitude. Everywhere he went, he always had a problem with like promoters and shit. And I mean, one time there's a thing. I don't know if you guys are probably familiar. You probably know who Jim Cornette is, right?
No.
Jim Cornette was a big promoter in NWA. He had Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He was the guy with the tennis racket back in the day in WWE. He was the manager for Yokozuna. Anyway,
Yeah.
to make a long story
I
short,
stopped watching that like when Junkyard Dog left.
Oh,
That's how-
wow.
That's
That's
way
the 80s.
back.
Yeah.
So
Junkyard
anyway,
Dog.
He was my favorite wrestler, and once he left, I was like,
he's chasing that glass dick. Unfortunately, that's what happened to Junkyard Dog. But Cornette basically, he was his booker in Ring of Honor. That's like an indie promotion, and he was always telling him to lose fucking weight. And he's like, 'cause it's gonna go on your knees. You're gonna just wear out your knees doing like having all this weight, and look what happens to him. So
Yeah.
I mean, I wish him well. Hope he gets recovered. But they said he's out for at least a year.
Yeah,
Wow.
but he gotta lose that weight.
That
He's
Canadian bacon.
He's skilled. He's very skilled. KO. Yeah, man. What else is going on other than Saudi Arabia? Because I wasn't aware about that WWE.
Yeah, it's called the Crown Jewel. So Bob, you're here.
yes,
You tell the good people about yourself. So you are a comedian.
I am. Yes.
Yeah. We actually met through a friend of both of ours.
A mutual friend. Yes,
Yeah,
he came to
Mr.
the barbecue.
Yes, Mr. Luke Akla. Shout out to him. Maybe
Yep.
we'll get him on the show one day.
Yeah. He's busy.
Yeah, in between.
He's got lots of cars and
yeah,
bikes to work on.
I see
and
all
stuff.
that shit on Facebook. He's really into it.
Yeah, he loves his cars and bikes.
Yeah, that's good. He has any on sale?
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know.
You can hit him up on Facebook. He's on my page.
Yeah, I think he just gets them because he's like, oh, I've always wanted one of those cars.
Right.
So he
He's
grabs one.
like a little kid. Ooh, I want that. And just
Yeah.
never gets it.
Hey,
So-
man, if you have the
Then he
money and
tricks
you
it
have the
out.
skill, if you have the
Right.
money and you have the skill to do your hobby, go right ahead. What do you
Right.
do? He works on the cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he'll fix them up and then drive it around.
Vintage cars? What type of
No,
cars?
not
No,
really.
it was what was that?
The
last
latest
one he
one's
had?
a Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah, that blue one, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So enough about Luke. He's not here, so we'll holler at him later. So how long you been a comic for?
8 years.
All right. That's a lot longer than I have. So tell a lot of people pretty much that may not know about the business of like what's been your experiences and whatever some good, some bad, or whatever have you, because everybody else is different. So tell me a little about that.
I mean, I love doing comedy, but you got to deal with a lot of different type of people,
Right.
and I'm not good at dealing with most people,
I agree.
so it's hard
Mhm.
to be like kind of antisocial, but then also crave attention. It's very strange. Like I'm not.
I know exactly where you're coming from.
I'm not a sociable person. Like I don't hang out. But I love getting up on stage. Like if I know I'm on a show, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna enjoy my time. But if I'm not, then I just would rather not leave my house then. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, to each their own. I mean, me personally, I unfortunately have to be social with all these people in my life. One of them, my girlfriend, who has to go everywhere and has to go anywhere and hang out and shit. So she just drags me along, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But personally, I just like to be home playing my PS4, bullshit, and eating.
I would rather just hang out with my lady. Like, unlike most comedians, I actually I like my life situation.
Right. Exactly.
I enjoy it. Like I'm in love with someone and she's wonderful and I just want to hang out with her. Like
that's how I feel.
I'm not trying to get out.
That's
people will be like, "Well, aren't you trying to get out?" No,
hell
no, you good.
No, I'm good. I just rather hang out.
I mean, I'd rather hang out with my girlfriend than hang out with most comedians. But anyway, like I said, I'm pretty much the same. Like if it has no importance in it, I don't really gotta be there. I'm home. Like I fuck all that shit. But I
don't know anything about that because I don't have a girlfriend and I just sleep on the futon all day and just look at the ceiling.
That's fine too.
Hey man,
I do that sometimes as well when she's not there, so it's okay.
Hey man, different strokes and shit.
You know, I know there's no place to judge on Eric Swift Can't Lose. So but Jeffrey, you not long know each other a long time, so. But I don't know exactly how long you've been doing comedy, though. So tell me a little about that.
Yeah, I've been doing comedy for 5 years now. The way I started was I actually wanted to do YouTube sketch comedy, and I actually wanted to do sketches. And what happens, I put an ad on Facebook, $25 on Craigslist. And I actually got a couple of people. One of the people name is a comedian by the name of Jesse Gambino. So
I'm about to say the rapper does. Donald Glover does comedy now.
I thought he does
stand up. You haven't seen?
That's how he got started.
Oh, okay.
You see, he's actually pretty good at stand up. I think
honestly he was doing comedy first, and then made up the Childish Gambino thing, and then blew up off of the Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
but his stand-up is pretty good. He's
good.
And the thing about it, we got to give him props because unlike the rest of these hacks, he doesn't steal material. So we got to give him props.
I know.
Someone stole one of your jokes recently. No, that felt real personal. You're like,
no, he doesn't. No, there's some. There's some comedians out here that be stealing material, but.
That's sad, unfortunate. I mean, if you really into this shit, study your craft, man. Like, all you have to do is write and write and write. Especially all the time I have, that's all I do, and you gotta observe and see what works and what doesn't work. Go to an open mic, if that's all right, that shit bombed. All right, if they bomb in the fucking open mic, then a fucking show. So
it's funny because on the 5th year, everything bad started happening for me. I lose my job. What else? I lose my job. My damn college closed down. I had to transfer. This 5th year doing comedy has been the piss, and it's very hard for me to go out and just work on my material, work on new shit.
Well, you just go in your mirror and do that. That's what
I
do.
I have long conversations with myself, and now everybody thinks that I'm crazy because I want to try my
As long as you don't talk back, you're not crazy. That's the thing. I always say.
Thing?
Well, that's what I've heard.
I always answer myself.
I'm
always like, what should we do, man?
Do y'all get along?
Yeah.
All right, then fuck it.
If I'm hearing
we're
voices,
not arguing.
Hey, if I'm hearing voices in my head, my voices is not telling me to kill or hurt or assault anybody, so it's good. Right. My voices are very happy. I have very happy voices.
That's good. As long as they stay happy. I know mine's are always half high all the time, so it doesn't matter.
My voices are always high all the time.
They'd be like, I'm hungry, kind of like that.
Kind of a lot of that.
Have you seen Venom yet?
No.
Okay, I just saw it on Monday. It's better than I expected.
I'm sure it's gonna be great.
It's a buddy cop. It got to be like some buddy cop.
That's pretty much what it is. It's a bromance between Hardy's Eddie Brock and the symbiote. And like I said, the way they did it, I'm like, okay, I didn't pay for it, so it didn't matter. But I would have waited for Netflix to have it.
Yeah.
Because realistically, that was like not really a movie to like go out to, but for free, shit.
Yeah,
you know,
my TV's not big enough. Like I want, that's one of those movies that I feel like I want to see
and live,
like large. Like,
well,
I
I
got
mean,
a small television.
Yeah.
Like I was upset that I missed like Rogue One and like Last Jedi, and I just watched them on like my little TV. I was like,
go those movies definitely you have to see on the big screen.
And
Right.
and the funny thing, the clips, I've just seen the dialogue, and I was like, yeah, this is a buddy cop. This is a buddy cop. He
Right.
said mask, and the dude just
But he's
said
like
copy.
a buddy.
and
He's like a buddy comedy by himself, though, right? Like,
I mean,
essentially?
in the comic books, that's pretty much what it is,
Right, yeah.
between Venom and Eddie Brock.
You know, I mean, they just gelled very well. I mean, so, but you know, the way it ended, I'm not gonna give it away, but there will be another one, pretty much,
well,
for sure,
yeah, I'm sure there will.
for
I
sure.
know
And
Clark.
and they always if since they
If
bought,
nothing else, he'll be like in another movie,
well, yeah, they
like a group of movie.
Well, yeah, they did buy they bought them all back, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very possible. So, I mean, like I said, you know, I think it was another thing that I don't very well. You guys watch basketball at all? You know,
Yeah, I
the-
watch
The
basketball.
NBA season is back.
Yep. NBA's back.
Shout out to the Knicks and congratulations to a 30-win season coming up.
Garbage ass team. Bullshit.
No applaud for that.
Oh, for you.
Yeah,
That
team is terrible.
I'm a Lakers fan.
Now?
I've always been.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm about
grew
to
up-
say.
I grew up in Southern California.
All right. That's right. That's right. You're from Southern
yeah,
California. What
you're
part
from-
again?
San Bernardino.
Nice, nice.
You must
nice.
really love
I'm a
stand up if
Showtime.
you came here.
For sure.
yeah.
You can make it here. You can make it anywhere, right?
Yeah.
You love stand up coming here because, dude, I would live in the West Coast 3 hours behind so I can get extra sleep, all that
Yeah.
sun. But it's so goddamn expensive. It's more expensive than New York.
No, not most of it. San Francisco is.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Like you can get a place in Venice for like what you're getting in like where we're at in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like it. Rent is getting really crazy. I share an apartment. Well, my roommate just left, and I don't know if you guys know that about
Lucky
me.
you.
Well, we're all in a program, and he decided to take this building in it's a little apartment building that are in East New York. And I told him, if you're moving me to East New York, you need to have me pack something. You know, I was saying, does this come with a 45? You know,
It's only East New York. Settle down. It's not even Brownsville.
it ain't
Come
that.
on.
Is it close enough? Shit.
Yeah, it's not
I might as
that
well stay
close.
where I am. You know?
I've walked
Yeah.
around on the border of both of those places and haven't gotten hassled at night.
Well,
so
no
you should be fine.
No offense to you, sir, but you know.
I guess I do look.
you look very. You know,
I do look like I have a
Like one of them-
motorcycle and a knife.
like one of those
somewhere close
motherfuckers
to
for the
me.
Duck Dynasty and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
for sure.
They ain't fucking
It
with
definitely.
you.
If anything, I look like an undercover cop, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Exactly.
look at this fucking undercover cop over here."
Don't
acting
sell
like
him
he
shit.
wants
Don't
some
sell him shit.
Yeah,
You know.
Speaking of undercover cops, I was on the damn train and I seen this black lesbian chick, this hood booger, just wilding the fuck out. Nah, she was on the train. She was
Did you
like,
say hood booger?
she was a hood booger. She was wilding the fuck out.
Can you tell Bob what a hood booger is?
Yeah,
somebody,
that was new for me. Yeah, that was
yeah,
new for me.
nah. This chick she was crazy. She was like, apparently, she told her whole story. She was dry snitching on herself. So she told her whole story. She had a big bag
Of-
and weed. We can smell it. It
Oh.
smelled like straight. She had like 2 pounds of weed in this big book bag.
She got that loud, huh?
Exactly. And she got real loud. And she said, yo, I was at the block and the dude punched me in the face. I'm like, you snitching. You need to calm down. Just go to where you got to go.
Yeah, drop
Get
that
your
off,
crew,
you know.
drop that big bag of fucking weed.
Because that's money right there.
Because the minute that she started screaming and I smelled that bag, I was like, you got all that weight in your fucking
That's
Making
why
all
I
this
do.
noise.
Egg,
Yeah.
you
That's why I do
snitch.
my best. My best thing to
Such
not
as-
have too much on me. I mean, you know, it takes like less than like an ounce. Less than an ounce that you have, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
But you know, when when I do pick up, it's not going to be that much, and I just go straight home with it.
Yeah, I don't really pick up large amounts anymore. I did in California. But
Right.
not here.
Yeah, in California, you can get a car. In New York City, they still arresting you.
Well,
Not anymore.
not anymore.
I mean,
unless you what was
you
it?
got to be really being
Stupid.
an asshole.
You got to be really you really got to fuck with them,
Right.
Because De Blasio's like,
It's
it's not worth
now
it.
they're just like, oh, we're gonna write you a ticket for this shit.
I mean, the courts are getting tired of
Leave it
trying
alone.
it.
Yeah.
Paperwork wasted, like times and shit. All that.
Eventually,
here's the
it's just
thing,
gonna
but
be
they
legal.
haven't legalized it, and
It
I
will
feel
It will be
Mm.
once Cuomo is out of office.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
Cuomo's in a. He's the most Republican Democrat I ever saw in my damn life.
He's a
I think
gangster.
so.
Come on now. Come on now. His father was a gangster, so of course he's going to be a gangster.
He's a gangster.
Yeah, Cuomo, my ass.
Sir, I feel like you are using his last name and heritage to disparage him and a
I
whole
said his
group of
character.
people,
I didn't say
sir.
anything about him being Italian American.
What do you, sir? Come on now. You said he was a gangster.
I didn't say mobster.
Not a gangster.
I didn't say mobster.
We know better.
Exactly.
We know better.
I have tons of Italian friends.
It's
tons of them.
Right? Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. If you didn't put the R at the end and not the A at the end. If you would have put the A at the end,
You son of
it would have been like.
Well, that's only reserved for the brothers.
That's
Unfortunately.
hilarious.
That's only reserved for the brothers.
That shit is
I remember
ridiculous.
a great tag team back in the day. I'm a big wrestler fan, like Extreme Championship Wrestling, where they had the gangsters. It was New Jack.
Oh
and
yeah, yeah. I
Mustafa
remember like
back-
seeing
yeah,
that. Yeah.
hit niggas with chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. Like, they can't do that anymore because the E has sponsors. You have to think it has to be PG, but every once in a while, you got a nip slip there, a panty slip there.
I remember the days of D-Generation X when Triple H was on the top rope and he actually got a chick to show her tits.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
Oh,
the
I'm sure
greatest
that
thing.
that happens a lot.
Oh,
You
he
just don't
was.
see it.
I remember that.
He was like,
I remember that. That's kinda-
I think the thing that ruined me on wrestling was the worst thing you can do if you're like kind of indifferent about wrestling is go to a live wrestling event.
Right.
Like I went to a live wrestling event. I went to I don't remember the name of it, but it was in Anaheim, and it was the day that The Rock came back, and it was great. I was like third row, like right by the ring, and I'm watching some fight with John Cena and that fucking super white redheaded guy, that Irish Sheamus guy,
Sheamus.
right?
Yeah.
And it was so ridiculously lame to watch. I was just thinking to myself, they're not really putting this on TV, are they? Like,
Yeah.
how
Yes,
are they
they
putting
are.
this on TV?
no, the
They are.
WWE
Like, this
has
shit
been real
looks
garbage.
ridiculous.
I
The
mean,
WWE
they do
was
more
real
they do more choreography than anything. A lot has changed, and it's more like a violent male soap opera now. Well, it always was, but it's like more into like the dialogue and the talking and
Yeah.
the wrestlers be forgetting their lines on live TV.
Right.
It's really bad. But like it comes to the point where me and my best friend will call the matches as they are coming. That's
Yeah.
how predictable they are.
Yeah, that's
so-
why I kind of stopped. Like, I kind of stopped getting into wrestling when the Chris Jericho Rock rivalry was going on.
Yeah.
Like
with
back
the
in '99.
Yeah, the Undisputed Championship.
That was an
Yeah.
ugly belt too.
Yeah, and I was like, I saw The Rock and I saw Chris Jericho go at it, and I called the match. And then when the match happened, I said, I'm never watching this shit. I said,
Well,
it's
Jericho's
over.
hot now. Like, he's going crazy on the indies and everything. Like, he's like red hot. I mean,
Man, the best part of that whole night, like I was so bored,
The walls
and then
of
all of a sudden it just
Jericho.
went dark, and you just hear, if you smell what the Rock is, and the whole
Oh.
place fucking went crazy, and I went crazy too. I was like, fuck yeah, the fucking Rock.
those things get you hyped.
Holy
Those
shit, the
catchphrases.
fucking Rock.
You smell
Yeah,
the
man.
rock
Well,
is
He
cooking.
ran out. He was wearing like a suit,
If
and he
you
like hit every
smell
fucking ring,
the rock is
doing the whole like putting his ear. Oh, it was great, man. He was awesome.
Wild shit. Yeah.
I love Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Yeah, well,
Every time he's in a movie, I'm like, fuck yeah.
that's
See
why
that
he ain't
shit.
got to do it wrestling
Yeah,
no
that's
more.
why he ain't
He getting
wrestling no
paid.
more.
paid.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
so-
actually a fucking good actor.
Oh,
Like,
the first wrestler actor outside of Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper was actually
I mean,
a decent actor,
he
but he got stuck doing B movies.
I mean, They Live and all.
Which
is a cult classic. So
I feel like he would have been upgraded
upgraded
more if
he got better roles.
Yeah, if he got better roles.
Definitely. All right, so we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back to talk more shit with Jeffrey and Bob. This is Aaron Smith Can't Lose on the FLO Empire Network.
Yeah.
And roll. Hand me a red stripe, please.
Oh, that's what it's here for, bro.
The world is talking to you, and you love to listen to them. They'll say your work is bad, call it constructive criticism. Who gives a shit, though? Because every time you spit lyrical bars, that's ill, man, they'll think you're a fucking scoundrel. Tired of masturbating and procrastinating on some things that got all of you bitches really mad and patient. Leave me alone, why you succumb to this shit? It doesn't make any sense like seeing a bum who's a pimp. I feel unlucky, I'm always getting into some shit. I have a problem, like a whore that's addicted to dick. I should say some names, I'm about to go off on you niggas that's talking shit. Goddamn, where's my Zoloft? I'm losing my mind by choosing the graph of the paper that will make me rich. You can't take this shit when you see your girl, I'm a raper. And we're gonna have a good old time like a slave master with a whip that's beating all his equipment till they're dead. But I move faster with the shit. And it's obscene to me that the machinery that's messing up the scenery now in the lovely rainforest is being ran by dickheads with no sense of beauty that would kill a rose. But guess what? You're the one that's paying for it. I'ma say this with pride. Fuck the government. A bunch of old crackers that will take your soul, man. They loving it. I'ma kick the door down and shoot out the mansion with somebody from the Daily News standing next to me and say, publish this. Sick mind of a bastard that know it's time for the rapture. Holy Jesus Christ, altar boys love to grind on the pastor. Don't talk shit about my yo-yos or I'll sock you crazy. Fuck your wife and come inside of her and make you rock the baby. I hope to find the woman that's training your Guyanese. Take her out on a date and start connecting like we're Siamese. On the dance floor, there's a need to the soca. And later on, have some curry, that's why I'm eating her shocha.
You want this nanny? You can't have this nanny. This nanny will change your life, boy. Your tongue game have to be immaculate, like the Lord himself was eating it. If you can't handle it, it go bite your back and it go take part of your face. You better be ready when these gates open wide.
Passionate activist, I'm being the devil's advocate on women who are Catholic. They're lying that they're abstinent. Yes, I took the virginity to get rid of me, and you'll never get it back, so you better pray to the ministry. Don't think that I'm spewing shit because I'm new to this. You better call the FDNY now, because this fuse is lit. And he'll spit in his heat at you like a flamethrower. Don't you ever play with me, because if you do, it's game over. Old school Nintendo in the benzo as I blow trees with a chick in the passenger that's giving me that slow tease. She's Puerto Rican, Spanish Harlem from the barrio, giving me that good head while playing Super Mario. Gotta go to court because I'm always harassing a stranger, but they don't give a shit once I throw them stacks of this paper. Won't even make a day in jail, but I wait in hell and get raped till I tell the judge, yo, I got some dates and cells. Hey, Piggy, yeah, you know that ass is mine. Let me come inside of your asshole, break your back and spine. And I really hope that you're a screamer as I jackhammer your ass, man, and put it in a sleeper. Lyrical asshole that knows the class hoes that never want to sit in the front because they're texting in the back row. But I'm the fucking teacher, so you better sit down, little white girl, and admire my beauty. Pretend I'm Justin Bieber. The yo-yo rap is here, and you already know the name that showed you lanes. The gun is cocked now, and I'm here to blow your brains. And if you shoot or miss, I'll come back and attack you with this knife in the rain or the snow. Parappa the rapper. My mind is focused, and I know now with the right components on this pen and pad with my yo-yo, I know this mic, I'll own it. Praise to God, I'm just making scriptures that you would call me spitting bars, but in reality, I'm painting pictures.
Your reign on the top is short like leprechauns as I crush all you whack MCs and rapper thugs. That was refreshing. Yeah. You can catch me in the Mecca, looking so mean. Blue Yankee fitted while I'm chilling with my team. And Madison Square on the sideline screaming. Coach put me in and I'm on, now I'm beasting. Hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Oh yeah. Yo, you can catch me on the front line, looking like a sergeant. BX, all the way to Jersey, will be marching. SB, Cool D, Mellow, bring the squad in. Call me Ray Moses with the flow that I be parting. Pardon me while I shoot for the art when a nigga draws. I'm Ray Charles, eyes sharp when a nigga saw. Come on, dog, you can see a nigga paw. Feeling like fuck the world, my emotions too raw. My name rings bells, I'm kicking down your door. Think you super fly, I put put you in disguise like a luchador. So international, my thoughts are on tour. Shorty loves the swag, gotta slurp it through the super straw. This shit was hot about a week ago. I'm AC mixed with Zach, you still screeching though. You can hate, you still peeping though. I be riding through my old hood, running now it's time to get it in. So yeah, I'ma do me. Heard they wanted me to win, so yeah, I'ma do me. Heard you thought that I was slacking, well it's time to do me. Shorty wants that satisfaction, well it's time to do me. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Put your hands in the air, I wanna see you keep 'em high. Yeah. Fly nigga catch me with a shorty. I'm from the Bronx when my nigga still poppin' 40.
Are we?
Puerto Rican call me Barty.
I don't hear it.
Shorty
Oh,
call
I
the
hear it
dick
now.
fat as
I don't.
T-Cup.
Oh, now I hear it. Thank you.
Everybody, mic on. Are we
Got me
good?
feeling like some song that your bitch about to lick. Like some
yes,
alcohol, I'm about to lick.
This dude playing some black Eminem shit. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
I thought Eminem was black.
No,
He-
sir. You cannot take that from us.
Oh,
Rude.
Y'all took OJ.
I didn't ask
Brown.
to take OJ.
Shall I go on?
I would never ask to take OJ.
Lionel Richie. Shall I go on?
Lionel Richie came willingly.
unfortunately, unfortunately, you're right.
Tina Turner came willingly too. She was tired of Ike beating the shit out of her.
Well, she always liked the white dick, so it's all right.
Yeah, which is probably
It's
why Ike
perfectly
was
fine.
hitting her.
It's perfectly fine. I remember this one joke. It was when Ike Turner was, on his deathbed. He wanted to see Tina, and she refused to see him. And the joke is that he wanted to beat that bitch ass one more time before he died.
Oh, the great Paul Mooney. That's a Paul Mooney
Yeah,
joke.
Paul Mooney.
He said, I want to beat your ass. He said, what's death got to do with it? Paul Mooney said, what's death got to do with it?
For sure. So, I personally have been in the comedian business about 5 years, I guess officially. So my experiences are, like everyone else, is good and bad. Like you meet and, a whole kinds of different characters and different types of people. And, I had just personally, I had to finish this run at Broadway Comedy Club because I feel like I had to move on. Nothing against them; they're the only one that gave me a shot, and I shout out to them for that. But it comes to a point where you have to, if you don't go, you're gonna stay stuck there.
Right.
So in the door, I hope it was open. I haven't said anything bad about him, on studio or camera, so it doesn't matter. And and they don't even know who he is because I won't mention his name. So I just, like I said, it's like really hard to like if you don't know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, like you're pretty much running blind out there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about hanging out. Like, that's part of the grind, is that you got to go and hang out and just sit there and like meet everybody and like that's what I'm worst at. That's the thing I am worst at doing.
And my thing is this: it's like, what am I hanging out for? Like, are we getting paid?
You're hanging out for the random chance that they're like, hey, go up. Like, that's why you're hanging out. That's purely why.
I mean, I would do so if the particular crowd amongst the comedians that usually are around were hangoutable. So like not for nothing, you have a lot of personalities because they're different from being on stage and being off stage.
Right.
That's for everybody.
Yeah,
most of them. I say about a little more than half.
Yeah.
So like I got friends. Like, what the fuck I've been hanging out for with all this shit, stuff like that. I mean, I don't knock it. That's what y'all want to do. Perfectly fine. But like, I'd rather be at home getting a blowjob.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So.
Hey, I have good experience when it came to networking.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
I've had good experiences when
I
it
do
came
bar
to
mitzvahs,
networking. But my problem just with stand-up in New York City as the whole is the damn bringer shows. It's like I'm not able to bring people. I have opportunities where I've done enough bringer shows at Greenwich Village and at Broadway Comedy Club where I could be a regular there. And this is like 6 months in when I started doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah, that's when they get you with the bringers.
Yeah, they bringers, but I don't have a problem with that because if I'm a regular and I could be a regular, that means I can have chance to organize my open mics and stuff like that without getting paid. That's how you got to do it in Broadway and Greenwich and other various comedy clubs. But my thing is I'm not able to bring people. Like, I can't find a group of supporters to come out like 5 or 10 deep. Like, when Jerry Seinfeld said he was coming up, he was able to bring like 10 or 15 people to the Comedy Cellar to actually watch him.
Or his corny ass shit?
Hey,
Well,
I
it was
like
a
Seinfeld.
comedy strip. It would have been the comedy strip.
Oh,
It was-
clean comedy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Comedy Strip
Okay.
15.
That's why I can't go there. I mean, I could do clean comedy, but why would I want to? And
Yeah,
It's
he
like
was like-
15 deep though. And
Yeah, but he
Amy-
was also like young. He got his he's from the area. He got his parents and
Exactly. And then Amy Schumer, she said she was able to get people 8 deep to go to Gotham Comedy
did she
Club.
blow half of them?
That's hilarious. No, there's a couple of her female college friends. Like, you got to bring exactly. You got to bring people, and if you like an anti-sociable person, or you got a group of people who are cheap and they think that they're doing you a favor. Like, how are you gonna get far in this business?
This is my thing. Like, I don't have a problem bringing. I'm just tired of it because that's all I did. You know, like going to other people's shows and brung people. And I caught headline, been the last on, and all that other stuff, and it's cool. But it comes to a point where like my effort works for nothing because it's like I'm just stagnant in this stuff. Like, so it's like I have to move on. That's why I produce my own show, the Funny Underground Comedy Crew at Broadway Comedy Club, for about over a year, and it was great for stuff like that, because I always use people that that were you get rarity with certain people in this business that are actually cool and that you can be all right with, and that's who I've always put on my shows because I knew they were reliable and they would do what they can to get people on all that stuff. They always brought people on that shit.
Right.
So, but like it comes to the point where it's like let's just chill for now. Check this podcast shit out for now. See how that goes. How like that.
Yeah,
Anybody
might as
want to
well.
push me on the show and on that? Then fuck it. But like with like you, I also have this persona, this kind of like attitude. Jeffrey would know that I'm not for like chit chat and hanging out and all that other stuff. And I just like cut to the chase guy, and I'm like, yo, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna go?
What's the point?
So
what's the point of me being here? Tell me why I'm here.
Exactly. And like I'm not gonna like sit in a show with on my ass and hope to get on. So and
well, that's what I mean. We'd be more successful if we did.
Well,
like, it's just
exactly,
the way the game
exactly.
works, unfortunately. Unless
yes.
you're doing other stuff like where you're going on.
The Amy Schumer.
No, well, no, like you're doing like getting YouTube hits and like getting a bunch of shit on Instagram, or you're doing a podcast that's getting a bunch of downloads and shit like that. If you're doing all that shit, you'll get on any show.
Oh, that's for sure.
You don't have to be sociable for that.
Gotta be
you
what,
just have to be able to
you
do
gotta
it.
What sells.
Yeah.
And sometimes what sells ain't right, but it makes money, so it is what it is. I understand that point of the business, and like I said, that's why I said let me take a step back, and figure out what I want to do with this shit.
Right.
So for right now, like I said, this is cool. Y'all of us like talking and bullshit, and that's cool. That's more than worrying about, oh God, how many did Alex bring this time, or
it's a pain in the ass.
shit like that. And I've gone out of the box and shit like that, where like shows have been canceled, and I still paid my headliner.
Yeah, that's nice.
And like I said, I'll expect the same of me. I mean, it's not going to happen, but it's about business and stuff like that. People come from Maryland and Philadelphia and all that stuff and shit. So gas is expensive, so I understand. So I gotta do it like that.
Here's the thing. I think one day I'm not really looking to be famous, but I would like to own my own comedy club, or basically I set my own rules. and I can basically get the fodder or the asshole bookers that's basically out of the game, because you have these comedy owners and you have these bookers that be exploiting the comedians.
Well, that's a part of the game as
Yeah,
well,
it's business.
unfortunately. And you just have to
That's
have
the
the mindset.
entertainment business.
You just have to have the mindset, and you have to have the know-how to basically circumnavigate that shit, and not to get I mean, you're gonna get mad, you're gonna get pissed off, but not to the point where you do something reckless or do something stupid. Because me personally, I'd rather just walk away and then just deal with that shit. Because
Right.
if it was me 10 years ago, I'd be in Rikers right now.
Yeah,
so
and the funny thing is like.
It's the truth.
And everybody's being exploited. Like, everybody's being exploited. And it pisses you off to see that somebody you hear that cheats by stealing other people's material or bullying another comedian or doing a bunch of crap. Like, it pisses you off because you're doing the right thing and you're going about it the right way. And then the person in front of you is just an asshole and a piece of crap, and you just have to sit there and freaking take it. It's like Patrice said, it's the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the great Patrice O'Neal. But the thing is that, like and I say in comedy and in life, you have to decide what you want to do, and you have to understand. You have to say, if you want to you have to go to a certain point. If you want to be in a certain point, you don't have to end up taking some shit. That's
Right.
unfortunate. That's just about life, business,
That's just life in general.
period. Vince McMahon said it best. He said sometimes you got to eat shit and like the taste of it.
I don't know if you have to like the taste of it, but
well, that's what
you got to eat shit and pretend you like the taste of it.
yeah,
for sure.
kind of like put it in the cover of your mouth and then spit it
Right.
out later. But I mean, who would want to eat shit personally? But obviously, it's worked out for him. That's fine.
I've seen some German porn videos where
That
they
two
would
girls,
eat-
one cup shit.
No.
Oh, that's one of the greatest
Yeah,
disgusting shits I've
No,
ever
this-
seen in my
this-
life.
Whoever
man.
made that should be shot in
This-
the head.
this
in the
was-
back of the head.
This was
Yo,
called Church
I
of
bust
Fudge.
out laughing. Church of Fudge?
Yes.
It got to be some German shit.
Oh, it was very German.
Well, they are the land of chocolate.
Fuchsnock.
Yeah, no,
Fuchsnock.
it was. You think two girls, one cup was weird? She just ate the shit out the dude's ass as he was shitting. They didn't even put it in a cup.
Fuck.
She went straight farm to
So
table.
he straight suck a fart out his asshole
Yeah,
like that.
she
She
went-
sucked
She
a
went
shark
source
out
to
of
mouth.
his asshole.
Yeah, source to mouth. She was like, "Oh, you have to poop." And the best part about it is that she was dressed like a nun and he was dressed like a priest.
Oh.
Hence the Church of Fudge.
That's about right.
Yeah,
That's about. I mean, they.
and
Probably,
I thought it was just gonna be some anal shit.
I mean, that's what I would assume.
I was like, oh, like a nun and a
you
priest.
know,
He's gonna fuck her in the ass. That's fun,
Right.
And no, they didn't even. They didn't fuck at all. It was just her eating
A
shit
chocolate shark
out
prostate.
of his
That's
butt,
chocolate
like
shark
directly out of his
prostate.
butt. Yeah,
he must have He must have had a heavy lunch.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but oh man,
Yeah.
it was definitely. You could definitely not go. No, come on, that's fucking soft serve ice cream. They put it in there. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I mean, any person with common sense would know what soft serve ice cream and doo doo looks like.
It
you
was
know?
it was so disgusting that I just started telling friends to watch it.
I mean, if your eyes have to see this, then all your friends have to see it too.
I wouldn't even tell them what it was. I would just be like, "Oh man, you want to see a good one, man?
This-
Go on
this-
Pornhub.
You
and
gotta
check out-
watch that while
Church of
to
smoking
share that
weed.
link, right?
Yeah, Church of Fudge.
Dude, you gotta
check it
watch
out.
that while smoking weed so you can cut ass on the shit and fucking roast it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
just check it out, man. You're gonna love
Yeah.
it. You're gonna fucking love the Church of Fudge. And
Damn.
Then, and then I'd get a phone call, dude. What in the fuck is wrong with you? And be like, you can't unsee it either now.
Shit's on the it's fucking.
Church of Fudge.
It's
Hilarious.
funny because I'm not actually too grossed out on it because when I was a kid, I listened to that Notorious B.I.G. album. And
Shit's on the bitch.
Yeah, shit on the bit cock over. It shits on the bitch's stomach. So I'm not surprised. But the two girls in a cup, that really did. It was like,
I mean, to each their own. I mean, it's not for me. So, I mean, if somebody else will do it, I don't give a fuck.
Different strokes and shit. Different
Exactly. I mean, our president, likes, bitches to piss on him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No.
that Russian vodka, so.
I like to laugh at Tentacle Vor. I like tentaclevore.
Mm-hmm.
Tentaclevore?
Yeah,
What the
that's
fuck is
that's hentai. You know, when that
Oh,
octopus, that's what it's
yeah.
called. That's the fetish called.
It's
Like
like the
a
crazy
like an octopus with
17
8 dicks, fucking like these girls and
the
stuff.
Japanese, yes, tentaclevore.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. It's
I
fun
mean,
to laugh at.
It's cool, but like at least Japanese people don't shit into each other's mouth.
They don't give
what
a
I mean? Like,
fuck though. Like they
just
are
shitting
just
into
straight.
each other's mouth. I feel
they-
like that is purely something German people will do. It's like they do
Well,
it,
obviously
they
you know.
do it as like as repentance for their bullshit during World War II.
You know,
They're like
shit literally.
They're like, you know what? We deserve this. Just
You know?
shit in my mouth.
You know?
Hitler was a dick. Just shits in my mouth. I want the Scheiße right in my face, please. Hitler was an asshole. We do not want to be associated with his bullshit anymore. So shit on my face, in my mouth, please.
Hey, I mean, you know, that's what.
That's the only thing I can think of because
I-
I don't know. I don't know how you get to that point where
get-
you're like, oh, you know.
So shitting in people's in mouths is like a forgiveness for like Hitler. You trying to-
Yeah, for the Holocaust, like that. That's how they were just like, oh, we're gonna. This is how we're gonna prove
That's
that we're
a
not
fun-
assholes
That's a-
anymore.
That's an
Interesting- that's an interesting
interesting
thought.
form of reparations.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had never thought
I
of that.
prefer money, but okay.
Well, they gave money too. Like they gave money, and they're like, here, we're gonna
I
give
ain't
you
get
money.
shit.
No, because your family didn't die in the Holocaust.
Well, my name is Aaron, but no, you're right. But
Yeah,
you know,
that's the difference.
I mean, I did kind of get my, you know, some kind of reparations. You know, I finally got my back pay from the government and shit. So I guess you know, it's a consolation prize.
That's good.
Yes.
You earn that money. You should get it.
You damn right. Shit.
Taxes.
Shoot. No, I don't think I'm gonna get my 40 acres and a mule though.
So, speaking of reparations, let's talk about the fact that you heard about Senator Warner and she's Native American.
I think we all are. I mean, honestly, like not for nothing. I mean,
It
it was like less than 1% that she was.
What's funny is it was really like it was like between 164th and like 1 and 124th.
Do you know President Trump roasted the hell
if
out
that
of
was
her.
weed, I
but
couldn't
what I
smoke
think
that.
is funny is that in the thing it talks about how she was more Native American than anybody in Utah. Now I don't know why they pick Utah
Lord.
as like a judgment like level
That is the
where like this
whitest
is.
state in America.
I don't
The
know,
white-
man. There's a lot
I'm gonna open
there's
this
a
beer
lot
after I
of
heard that shit.
Native American up there. Like
Oh yeah,
that's where the fucking Four Corners is. Like I'm not.
Isn't that Mormon country?
it is Mormon
well,
country.
yeah. You think they didn't convert? Of course they did. That's just what white people do when they have a religion. They go somewhere
the
and
white
they
people.
convert
The
The white
whites.
people.
other people.
Here's the thing. President Trump is a troll because he was like,
He's been
I'm more Native American than her, and I have.
Well,
him
he is
white.
a red man or orange man.
He's red.
Well, he's an orange man. Nobody really knows what that is.
I mean, I would always had this joke with him. I said, if Oompa Loompa were to grow up, that'd probably be him.
right. I can see that. Yeah.
I
he
wonder
does
if he
look like
has
that.
some sort of vitamin D deficiency that just makes him.
He probably got the.
no,
he probably
like he got scurvy or some
Jack-
shit.
what's
Like
funny?
he's
Jack
scurvy.
20, Jack 21.
I'll tell you what it is. That's the one thing that Trump won't pay top dollar for is a fucking spray tan. That's why he looks like that. He has all that fucking money, and he's going to he's finding 12.50 Groupons to go to spray tans.
Like you go to 125th and Lex and got that shit.
Yeah, he's getting the worst spray tans ever. Because everybody's always like, why are his eyes white? And I'm like, that's because when you go and get a spray tan, they put this thing over your eyes.
Right.
And then they fucking spray you.
Spray you over,
And if
yeah.
you get a shitty one, you turn orange. Like, that's
Which
just
he
what
has.
happens.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. He doesn't have orange skin. He doesn't eat too many carrots.
Right.
He just
or pumpkins or whatever have you.
Pumpkin.
doesn't eat too many carrots. He just fucking gets shitty. It's the one thing he won't spend money at. That and suits. He wears like Sears fucking suits with his name on them.
That ain't gonna be for a long time. I heard Sears is actually filed for bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I'm sorry, I said
Yeah,
Sears.
Amazon is
J.C.
kicking
Penney's?
everybody's
I don't
ass.
But I heard
It's Amazon.
Toys R Us is back from the dead. Toys R Us someone has bought them out or someone have you, then they will definitely be back for the Christmas season.
Let me tell you something. I
have
heard
a-
Blockbuster Video still around too.
I think there's like 2 left in America. Something
Yeah,
like
and the
that.
thing is like they don't want it. It's these 2 strange states that don't even want Netflix. It's like, no, we actually like talking to people and talking about the movie.
I think
Shut
that
up and
was
die.
basically.
You fucking weirdos.
I think that's like Alaska and I think Mike Pence's state of Indiana or something.
Yeah,
like that.
but those 2 goddamn states, what the
they
hell
got Netflix,
especially
in Indiana.
Alaska.
I've used Netflix. In
they can't
Indiana.
spell Netflix in Indiana.
Well,
in
no.
Alaska, I understand Alaska. What the hell you got to do in Alaska? It's just fucking cold.
Well,
It's
I know
mad
they have
cold.
6 months of darkness, so they got to do something.
So they go in there.
I'll be
That
fucking.
seems like the perfect reason to have fucking Netflix. Why would you want to go?
No, because they
to
like to
fucking
talk
video
to
store?
people. And here's the
I
thing.
don't know. I never been there. So.
Here's the thing about Blockbuster Video. If Blockbuster Video would have got smart and created their own like streaming
They tried.
at the end, though.
Yeah, they tried. They
At
tried
the
to
end.
do what Netflix was doing originally, which where they would send you DVDs. Like Blockbuster started to try to do that,
But they should have been smart and caught on. Like if they whoever was the CEO of it at the time,
He should have
and
streamed.
They should have bought them Netflix out. They should have really straight up basically what Disney and all these motherfuckers do. You know.
Stream. They didn't create a streaming. Forget the. That's the thing about Netflix is streaming. You should have had a streaming because you already had the movie. You already had the deals with all of the movie companies.
Right.
All you had to do was start a streaming company,
you
and there'll
kill-
be no Netflix.
What's
True
funny
that.
is that they killed all the small mom and pop video
Oh,
stores.
yeah.
And then Netflix came
With the adult
and
section in
took
the
them
back.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that Family Guy episode where the big box store video store comes,
Right,
And
right.
Peter can't find porn because they don't have porn, so he has to go to he had to find a mom and pop, and
he couldn't find.
maybe it was the movie. It might be the Family Guy movie, the Stewie story or whatever. It might not have been an
okay.
episode, but
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
the grinds my gears. I remember that's one. It was
yeah,
like
I
a
do
thing.
remember that episode.
grinds my gears.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
a
You know
funny
what
bit.
grinds my gears? Yeah.
You America, fuck you.
I remember there was I think Netflix, they have those Cinemax after 12 o'clock shits, which are bullshit, but if you want
Netflix
to
does. Where do I find that? I've never.
Yeah, they got a couple.
they have an adult section,
Really?
but it's not really adult.
It's dumb.
It's
you have a phone. you don't need that shit anymore.
well, yeah, there's Pornhub and all over
You gotta
shit.
be dumb. I can't understand people that still spend money on porn.
Here's the funny thing: why they don't come out with a
Losers do that.
streaming? If I was Netflix and I had a video company, I would have a section dedicated to porn just for the kicks of the shit.
But
Streaming.
it's too difficult because there's all these websites that will fucking give you 6-minute snippets, which is
Right.
more than you fucking need.
I mean, how long you need to deploy your
Yeah.
load? You
don't need.
you don't need 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you might want to jump a scene.
I think it's funny when sometimes I'll look on porn and I'll look at how long some of them are, and every once in a while it's 90 minutes, and I'm like, who the fuck is watching a whole 90-minute video on fucking online watching porn?
Not I, said the Negro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, like I said, you barely need 2 minutes to
Right.
do what you do. I
Right.
mean, but
I think the longest I've ever had it was 5 minutes.
oh, all right. You were holding that.
Myself, I wasn't holding it. I was just kind of coked out, and so.
Oh, okay. That
yeah,
happens.
It takes a little while.
Yeah.
You get a little numb.
Mhm.
Yeah. Had to expand my horizons on what I want. I
Funny
think that's
thing,
the first time I watched.
You know, it's the
Cuckold.
difference between porn and Hollywood. The casting couch. Hollywood says casting couch is bad, but porn, the casting couch is a job interview.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, well,
Well,
Hollywood,
technically, it wasn't supposed to be.
Hollywood is a
Yeah.
casting couch too. They just don't talk about it. I mean, pretty much now because of this whole Me Too shit. But
Bitches are copping, please.
But my thing is whatever have you make money, whatever you want to make money, that's your life. Do what you want to do, and whatever. Like I said, it is what it is. I mean, they should just legalize prostitution too, if you honestly think so.
Oh yeah, that would solve a lot of problems. Not
I mean-
only it'll protect women, a lot of these lying scallywag hoes that like to extort men will get caught too.
Sure. Oh man, yeah, this is hilarious. But like, I don't know, like how long have I put? Yeah, like less than 2 minutes. You know, I mean, you know, like I mean, what? I mean, it's not an art form to it. You know,
I know how to make myself finish myself very quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not going to explain how I jerk off to men. I'm not going to do that.
Well, I wasn't explaining it. I'm just saying.
No,
like, I know.
It's
thought
the
it was
hypothetical or
Yeah.
whatever. This is Aaron Smith can't lose, man. Like, who gives a shit? I mean, like, you know, but I respect that. It is what it is. I don't know. I mean, porn is porn. I mean, you know, some people like it, some people don't. I mean, you know, sometimes it gets turned on. I know my girl likes it, so, you know.
Oh, that's cool beans. It's nice to have a girlfriend that's into porn. You can watch that
We-
shit together.
It's educational as well.
Ah.
Learn some new shit, you know.
Guess so.
Listen, I got 3 good positions. That's all I need.
What, up and down, left and right?
Right. In and out.
Right.
Doggy, missionary, and sideways. That's it. Reach around sideways with the leg up. Reach around.
Yeah, that's definitely something that only that started from porn. I don't think people
For sure. Definitely,
doing
for
that.
sure.
What a show it's gonna
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
It's fine.
I
Come sit
mean,
down.
I mean, you know, everybody's different, you know, like, you know,
Everybody is different. We're talking about porn.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and masturbating.
Yeah.
And
It is a Friday, so.
Oh, of course.
Yes, all
some
5
people do.
All 5 of them. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes out, I'll listen to it.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a break, and we will be right back. This is Aaron Smith Can't Lose on the FLO Empire Network.
Thank you.
Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love? Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be? Sometimes I wonder if my mother ever languishes, that my tongue don't know any Indian foods or in languages. She make the stove smell like curry and dosa. I make the microwave smell like the jambalaya that I would rather go for. And I'm no closer to penetrating the meaning of my brownies. That's engraved in the very codes of my DNA. Written in Sanskrit and Tamil, but I don't have the patience to understand these secondhand translations. So it looks like I'm co-oping movies, carrying banners, reading Black Lives Matter while questioning my importance. I'm from where the police trade blues for white hoods and choose to interpret laws with the claws of habeas corpses. It's why they paint us as worthless, painfully forcing us these black and brown baby abortions several years out of the womb. We can't live long enough to see ourselves become a villain, cause every dark night we're dying heroes far too soon. And in no ways it's a diss to all my homies on track, but we need to be bigger than rap when they in lyrics on wax. They give us wings, we fly too close to the sun, then we fall and crash down to an earth that we don't recognize at all. Same world where a boy shot in his own home dies in his father's arms, blood spills on his hands, you hear the distant ambulance alarms. Red and blue lights flash in the window, adrenaline rushes, he screams, bring my son's killer to justice. Cause now he has to answer questions he never dreamed they would ask him. Funeral arrangements and open a closed casket. The real meaning of fresh, the death boy rocking a suit freshly pressed, hair neatly combed, bullet holes closed. My mama holds his mother's trembling hand. Perfect strangers save a common ground that every parent understands. Sees herself in her, me and that boy who looks like he's peacefully sleeping. That I could be like him is the reason I know she's weeping. Now I got a question for y'all. Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love? Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love?
Contemplating when my life is gone, looking back at all my rights and wrongs. Keep it 100, reflected in the mirror. Moments in life like summer, others cold as a blizzard. The fact is I try to put my best forward, make moves, the weight of the world on my shoulders. Damn, I think of the love of my life. Where would I be if she was never my wife? Where would she be if we never crossed paths? It's too heavy on my chest, can't do the math. I I catch myself looking into both my daughter's eyes, seeing love is enough for purpose to be realized. Amazing, I was born 5 months premature. I survived decades later, struggle still assured. The world we live in is full of pain and love, but I find strength to overcome all of the above. All I can do is give my best every day before I lay my head to rest, no matter what the haters say. It's irrelevant from where a hater came. Tough learning that some have the same blood in their veins. It's enough to drive the homie insane, but through the fire, perseverance forever maintains. Other times, the obstacles myself, threw self-doubt in the trash instead of on the shelf. Random thoughts of my sisters who passed away. We'll meet again, inshallah, someday. Foggy memories of love, hugs, and kisses. Full of life, both of y'all, my heart still misses. Looking forward, I can see the days up ahead. Keep my head up if it rains on my head. I'll keep fighting, but smiling through all the stress. Put my finger to the sky, cause I know that I'm blessed.
Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love? Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love?
Give me food, give me sustenance. Make sure the subject matter don't lack substance. What are we chopping up? Maybe cuisine that's popular. Bitter scenes, our hands up, don't shoot trees. Sweet tooth with an option to take what I give you ocular. Salty seeds, no binoculars. Casualties in the backyard. Green pasture that's tall enough to block a blossom and Mayflower like autumn months. I wish we could have spring showers like autumn months. I wish a wish wasn't so wishy-washy and magical. Wish it was practical like blue and white's a tactical gear. Now from the brown in the ground to the red in the air, hatred aiming law enforcement's actually fair, huh? Now ain't it funny the reason our population lessons is the same thing, leading funeral processions. Bad cop beat the case, good cop beat away. And all cops share the same fate. It's dangerous for all flat colors. Title a badge, rad color. It's sad, we all brothers. We should be sweet to one another, but we diabetic and unable, unstable. Let me rephrase. Sugar cane vein, slain able, hard to maintain. Safe label, where's the good of you? Where's the God in you? I gotta keep God in my cerebellum. Gotta keep the sun up in my lyricism. Shedding light on dark times too close to home. Gotta make it to the far side. Better tell them grass green like gold light in my dreams. Every heart seem like my plight. It might mean I'm channel surfing trying to find an image to what I bring. Pixar, I lack street, I lack hope. It's cool though I've been good with backwoods. I'm steady thinking of ways to free stolen goods.
Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love? Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love? Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love? Tell me what makes the world go round. Tell me what makes the world go round. Is it money, sex, drugs, bullets, knives, guns? How could that be stronger than love?
All right, we are back.
Action.
Hello,
Yes.
hello.
What a place. This
We
is
had to give shout out to Bob Kitson. He had to run out of here, but thanks for him coming by. But we do have Mr. Ron Barba in the studio. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you. I'm no Bob Kitson, but I'm going to do my best.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me on the show. This place is beautiful.
Thank you for coming.
Empire Network is the next thing. Check it out. Empire Network, all over Manhattan.
Oh, yes. We hopefully hope so. So, Ron is a comedian, actor, writer, producer. He does it all. So, Ron, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling really good. Thank you so much for having me. And I know you can offer me beers, but I swore off drinking for 3 months. So none of that. But if you do have smoke, I'm open to that. But absolutely no drinking. Smoke and Coke is fine.
No problem. That'll be after the show. Off camera. There are haters out there, so we don't need all that. But
we should be sponsored.
Oh, what, by marijuana? I am.
We need some cannabis in here. I mean, for sponsors.
Oh yeah, we'll get on that.
I like that.
So, Ron, tell the good people about yourself a little bit.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I am originally from Greenwich, Connecticut, about 45 minutes from Manhattan.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people out there, so they're trying to gauge where that is. But I've lived here for 20 years. I first started getting on stage doing stand-up, and actually it was more of a performance art act with a lot of stand-ups, but I wasn't doing stand-up. And then I just started applying for stuff and started acting, doing stage acting and trying to get on TV and trying to make movies. And now I've shot 3 pilots that I'm trying to sell in Hollywood. And I occasionally do stand-up shows. I host comedy shows, and I do a dinner theater show every Saturday where I play a character in one of those murder mystery dinners. So I do that. That's been the real consistent in my life the last 3 years.
Oh, nice. So what do you think is I could say?
And I want to make $1 billion tonight in that damn.
I think we all do. This the big.
I want to be Dr. Dre.
Mega Millions tonight. I know I played.
Come on, baby. One time.
I mean,
just 1 billion. That's all I want.
I don't play the lottery, man. It's a scam.
I'll give you $2, man. It's all right.
Do you know how sad it is when you see people and and they're old and they're at that gate. They're like another one and another one, and you see them. It is such. Look, I'm a gambler, and that's a total degenerate thing. And when I see people in front of those lottery things, I'm like, it's like a sickness, like going in to get your junk.
Right. I mean, like,
give me that $1 billion.
I only go out on a limb when it's like this high. I don't play every day, so like, I mean, to those that do, I mean, more power to them, because like I have the income, but I rather spend it on like things like my girlfriend and weed. So like, personally, it is what it is.
That's smart.
But exactly,
that's how you keep your girlfriend.
For sure. She smokes too. So
nice.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not greedy like that. Like if I get a second place or a third place, like even the 1 million, which is I think the second place finish, that's perfect. I could sit on $1 million. Like that's no problem.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I made that argument. These people wouldn't know what to do with $10 million, with $20 million, and they're talking about $1 billion. Like, just forget this line of thinking.
What are you gonna do? Buy a country?
Why? What's $1 billion gonna do? That's great. Then what country could you buy with $1 billion these days?
I know.
You could buy Russia off, right? Isn't that what Trump did? Let's get off that. We gotta keep.
Putin is fucking rich as a dog. He's like 5 times richer than Bill Gates.
Oh my God,
that's an ugly motherfucker, though.
And he's a killer, literally. He is a killer.
Ex-KGB, yeah.
You do not mess with Russians. And I love Russians. I'm not saying he's a killer because I don't want any problems. But let me tell you, Russian people, those are people you just, I don't care. I mean, do you see what they just did to some guy in? Well, that wasn't the Russians.
That was Saudi Arabia. We were just talking about that. Me, Bob. Shout out to Bob Kitson for coming.
It's so scary that the world is still like that. There's still mafia at any given time. Yeah. If you go too far, you have certain rights and you have certain things. But if you start crossing certain people and it's really bad, look what can happen to you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sorry to bring this on a down note.
Oh, that's
We're going to go to commercial.
We were talking shit about that anyway. I mean, like earlier.
Cool. Sorry.
So, like, I mean, is like we're talking about a big wrestling event that's supposed to be going out there, and there's a lot of people concerned about they really don't want to go because of what has happened.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I think it was recently. I think that I get like this smart news app or shit on my phone, whatever have you, that basically says that Saudi Arabia basically yeah, we did it, and
I know.
I'm like, wow.
Well,
that's ballsy.
That's the whole thing. And when Trump, like whatever Trump didn't know, it's the relationship. Everything is like the relationship you have with countries. And there's people, if people die, it's like you said, sometimes this stuff happens, but we're not going to go crazy over this. And then people are in an outrage. Like, how can you not go crazy over this? This guy was murdered by people of another, of our allies. But that's how it goes.
It's unfortunate. I mean, like, the thing is that.
And that's all around the world, too.
I mean, definitely. And the thing with this guy, I know he's a president, but I just call him 45. So that's exactly what he is.
45.
Well, yeah, that's what he is, 45 president.
That's right.
So, but
Colt 45. Has there ever been a Colt 45 joke yet?
No, that's good.
Oh man, if I had
that's like obvious.
If I had a Colt 45 right now, oh man, that'd be great. But this Sapporo and this Red Stripe is fine, good enough.
I'll tell you, these are great drinks.
Listen, this guy is only concerned with his hotels that he's building in Saudi Arabia.
They just took somebody's his name off of one of these buildings here in the city. It cost him like almost $230,000 just to get the numbers, his name off the thing. It's crazy.
It's nuts what's happening in this world.
I mean, like I said,
but it's exciting at the same time.
Very. I mean, I'm looking forward to the series finale of The World. So,
hey, let me listen. November, are the Democrats going to come out? I mean, if they
well,
don't
let's
come
talk about
out,
that.
then all they do is just bitch. Are you going to bitch like I've been reading on Facebook for the last 2 years and not go and beat this guy in the polls? If you lose this November, you have to shut the fuck up. And
Pretty
I mean
much.
that.
Pretty
You
much.
have to win in November. Other just shut up. You're like that person that just bitches all the time and doesn't make change.
Well, there's a lot of people online like that, and you're absolutely right. And I believe that they have a better chance in the House
That's what I mean.
than in the Senate.
Yeah, no, the Senate's going to be tough anyway.
The Senate is always
At
tough.
least win the House.
At least win the House, and they have a slight chance. But my problem, because I'm a quote unquote registered Democrat.
Okay.
But my thing is this: is like you bitching and complaining about anything. It doesn't change anything.
Doesn't change anything.
And you just running your mouth and change anything. He's runs his mouth, and he continues to do what he wants to
That's
do.
exactly.
So what's the big deal? What's the point of
Exactly.
it? And like I said, I'm not saying be exactly like him.
No.
But have
do it
some
your way.
have some balls
that way.
with
Exactly.
it.
Like
so
you have to give that to him. You have to give that up to Trump right there.
Exactly.
And I love that about him. That's actually one thing that I actually love about him. And people are like, how can you like this? There's great parts about him, but there's also bad parts too. And that's one of the good ones where it's like stand up for yourself, believe in what you believe in, and and stand the course and stick up for yourself. He was amazing what he did. He was amazing beating Hillary.
Oh, for sure.
I'm blown away with what he did.
like I said,
I
that
could never believe in a million years that he was going to beat her.
I thought so because the night of,
Yep.
like I said, like I went early in the day and I voted,
Yeah.
and I was like, he gonna win, and
Wow.
was
That's
like,
amazing.
I went, like I said, I went to sleep around like 9 o'clock that day, and then wake up to motherfucker.
It was get to hit the buttons. This was Trump is won.
Trump is president, and like people were crying.
Oh my!
on
The screamers, the
on-
screamers.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God!
they were hilarious. But this is the problem I have with the Democratic Party,
Yes.
because my issue with them is that you say one thing but you mean another, and another
Exactly.
thing is that you alienated so many in your party
Yep.
that most of them I think so. Honestly, I think they went and voted for Trump, or they just stayed home. It's like fuck it.
Exactly.
And that's the problem that relies right there.
Aaron, 100%, my friend.
So I'm not like at the point like I'm not mad at them. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
And my thing is this, like I said, you're quote unquote the people's party, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But all you're doing is running and you're bitching
Exactly.
and running behind Trump.
Exactly.
And he's going to do what he's going to want to do
Yeah,
anyway.
and,
So
and here's the thing, like
Roll
the
over.
Democrats, I feel like the Democrats has been pacifying their base, and they haven't really been doing anything. So
Yep.
their base is not going to come out and vote for you if you're pacifying them and you're not doing
especially
anything.
when it's the same song and dance.
I saw the funniest thing on the television. It said the number one person to go for election in 2020 is Joe Biden, and I laughed.
Isn't he like
I go,
1,000 years old?
I'm like, this guy cannot win the election. So you cannot. That guy's not going to win the election, and now that's your number one. Well, then Trump's going to win again.
Oh, I already said that.
I know, but if you don't
And that's-
find somebody, there are people out there that can run and that have a chance of beating him. Great as he was, he can be beaten. If he can beat Hillary, he can be beaten.
Oh, definitely.
That's what needs to be known.
Well, if it wasn't for the DNC, Bernie would have beat Hillary.
There you go. At least Bernie, to me, when Bernie ran, I go, there's no way he can win. Guys like that talk like that can never win.
I mean,
They're too good. They mean too much. They have huge dreams, and they really talk to people in a regular way. Unlike Hillary and Donald, who do not talk to you that way.
Right.
They talk to you like a boss.
Right.
And Bernie's like trying to talk to you as his friend, like he wants to help you out.
Definitely.
But he didn't win, which says everything.
Exactly. I mean, Jeffrey has the joke where he says he looks like a old man that's trying to gentrify his neighborhood, which is kind of true.
Yeah,
there's that.
And, I mean, but
There's that.
when is this
that.
presidency? It has been passed down to two families, like
There
a
you go.
monarchy,
That's
the
all it
Clintons
is.
and the Bushes.
That's what everyone needs to know. This is a rigged game. The whole game is so rigged.
Of course it is.
And people don't. But people, you say that, and I know it's true, and you know
Right,
it's true.
right.
But people accepting that and wanting to live that way is not easy to do. That's why they don't care that it's. They'd rather not live thinking that it's rigged.
Well, you can't fix stupid, unfortunately. I mean, I tried.
I think it's fear too.
That's
though.
why I'm divorced. So,
But you can't fix stupid. Wait, you got divorced?
Oh yeah.
At least you got married. I've never been married.
yeah.
I'm 48, Aaron. I never got married.
You'll be fine.
You
Yeah,
think
you'll
so?
Don't worry
be
about
fine.
it.
Listen.
Live your
Are
life.
you married?
Live your life.
No,
You're not
I'm
married?
not married.
I have a girlfriend now for 5 years
Listen,
now.
women are the best. I need to get married eventually.
I mean,
The right woman.
That's what you want to do. Yeah, sure. I mean,
yes, eventually. But I'm 48, pal. I mean, how many years do you have?
You're
I
still
like
young.
No, I like the
You're
sound.
still young,
The
man.
sound was good.
You're still young.
I know, buddy. I know.
All right, so I know there's a couple of things you wanted to touch on. So you said you were I don't know if I was going to go back and forth with your Facebook and everything. So you said you were like in the middle of like a screenplay or something like that.
Well, here's what I've been doing in entertainment. I started working with people to write scripts because I wanted to make shows. Like I like the shows that are on TV. Like I don't. They're good, but I'm like I want to make my own and I want to act in my own. So I want to start creating my own, and then making me the star, which is what you always do. I mean, you don't always do that, but if you believe you're a good actor, like I do believe I am, then you would make your own and make yourself the star. Otherwise, you're always going to be other people. The competition with other people for other things, it might not be as appealing to you, or they're just better than me, or whatever. They're chosen, so you try to make yourself. So I've made 3 shows, and I started in 2012. It's 2018, so I haven't sold one yet.
Right.
But I have 3, and I'm going to do a bunch more. So I love creating shows, and I actually want to make movies and TV. That's my whole goal of my life.
That's what I like about you. You're very independent, and you think to yourself, still choose yourself. Kind of like me, because like we were recently talking before you got here about how our experiences with the comedy business, our own personal experiences, the good and the bad,
Absolutely.
the people that we have dealt with, and
the difficulty is so
hard. For sure,
yeah.
and and it doesn't have to be that way, but they choose to have it that way. And quite honestly, it is what it is.
It's very ugly.
It's very ugly.
It's very real. What real life is, it doesn't have to be that way, but it does have to be that way because it is that way. Yeah,
it's very cutthroat. I call the New York City comedy scene the bucket of lobsters. I consider them the bucket of lobsters because whereas one is climbing out of the bucket and they're almost out there, and then somebody just goes.
Exactly.
That's how I see it.
You think you're getting up, and then boom, you get your legs cut out below you because the powers that be are so strong. My friend Ferris, I got to give it Ferris Bueller out there, who's a friend of mine on Facebook. He's like the invisible hand, he called it. It's the invisible hand that cuts you off. But not everybody. Some people get through.
Right.
And then when they do, it's great success. And you wonder why, how. You see things about them, you go, how do I do that?
Right.
And you're like, but I'm not anything like that person.
Right. I mean, I'm not like that much either. I mean, like I said, I'm the go with the flow kind of person, but I'm also like, don't try to bullshit me.
Exactly.
Because, I'm going to be like, what, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And rather than, curse people out and stuff like that.
No, that
which
won't
was
do
like,
anything
Which was
for
like,
you.
which was me like 5-10 years ago.
Me too, pal. And everybody learns the hard way that way.
Exactly.
That doesn't work that way.
And it really doesn't. But I mean,
you gotta be smooth. You got to be nice.
I mean,
in an ugly way, you got to be nice.
It's a nice nasty. That's
Exactly.
what I call it.
That's good. Nice nasty.
And
I like that. I like that.
You would know about that, Jeffrey. Michelle. Nice nasty. That's what I kind of consider that. Michelle was back with like NWA back in the day.
Michelle, of course. What is that? Was that a song she had?
Yes,
that
was one of her first single, wasn't it?
Yeah, she can sing her out. The funny thing is, she has such
her regular voice and her singing voice is completely different.
Is that right? She sings beautifully. But the thing is, come on, she's with Dr. Dre. Of course, she got to know how to sing real good.
Well,
but the thing is,
he can just program her into them.
Yeah, but Dr. Dre doesn't mess with
auto-tune on that.
He doesn't mess with auto-tune. He don't mess.
He only works with the best
artists.
He's got the best of all time.
He's always been around great artists
because he's great.
Because he's great.
Do you know how great he is as a rapper? On a couple of those songs that he did with Snoop, he is so good. He just blows you away with the one Rolling in My 6'4".
Right.
That rap that he does there, the way he does it, it's beautiful how he flows the whole time with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
He's so talented.
And
the
thing about Dr. Dre, what I like is I love his production. Like Eminem, there was an interview with Eminem where Eminem was like, Dr. Dre's like, I'm gonna throw this whack beat away, and then Eminem was like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you throwing that away? That's it."
He's like, "It's so
like,
good.
Can I have it?"
But if Dre says it's whack, it gotta be whack.
Yeah, but Eminem,
you're right. That's the genius.
But Eminem is like, "What are you doing? Give me the beat. Don't throw it away."
Right. I mean, what's cool about both of them because they're both
So
perfectionists
funny.
and they both like to like make sure everything is right and all that stuff like that. That's why they get so along. And you know, like I said, by far Eminem is the greatest rapper alive.
Okay, great. All right, let's stop right there.
In my opinion.
Are you from New York?
Yes.
Oh my God! And you just said that Eminem is the great. Okay, good. What about my favorite rapper of all time? The number one rapper is Carlton Ridenhour, Chuck D of Public Enemy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, then why'd you just say
the
Eminem
Prophets
was?
of Rage and all that? I'm down with that.
Down with that?
I
Hold
mean
on. That.
But my thing is this:
is better than anything Eminem will ever come close to thinking.
Are you talking about lyrically or talking about commercially?
I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about the soul of it. There's soul.
Okay,
in
that's
his music.
different.
How many rappers have soul?
Not many.
Does Eminem? If it is, it's evil. His soul is nasty. It's ugly. Carl Ridenhour was mad, but he was mad in a justifiable way.
Here's the funny thing. There's a lot of people that say that about Eminem. There's no soul in his music. Like,
none, except an evil one, except an angry one. The guy is so fucking angry, and he's worth $1 billion. What's the numbers? Let's go check his number. No, I'm just saying he's so rich, and he's still got this fuck you, fuck you, fuck. I'm like, dude, once you have money, you know, fuck you. You're like, hey, baby.
I mean,
that's
good.
the biggest criticism of M right
I mean,
now.
he only gets. Well, now he only gets angry if somebody pisses him off. Like the last person, Machine Gun Kelly, really pissed him off.
Did you see the evisceration on Kamikaze? Did you hear the song Not Alike, where he just roasted? Him and Royce the 5'9" rapped in the style that these new kids are rapping.
I know, and they did it better than them.
He did it. They both did it better than
I know.
them.
I heard it.
The second verse was just ridiculous. The second verse was just evisceration of words. It was just, yeah.
190 million. The numbers are in. Therefore, every day you have to be the nicest man on earth. You have to take care of everybody. You got to spend your money helping people. You're worth 190 million.
But to be fair, Machine Gun Kelly did talk about Haley when she was like 16. And
well, that's something.
Who's Haley? Who's Haley? What's going on now?
That's his daughter.
Oh, that's Eminem's daughter.
Right.
Yeah, so
I'm not saying Eminem's not great at what he does. I think he's great at rapping and he's unique.
Right.
But my God, you said the best.
I said in my opinion.
LL Cool J.
In my opinion.
When LL Cool J wasn't a superstar Hollywood guy, he was 10 times better.
Oh, when he was young and hungry.
Oh man.
Yeah, of course.
That's what we're talking about.
Right.
And Run DMC.
Oh yeah.
Time. And I'll even say the Beastie Boys blow him away. It's not even close with how good the Beastie Boys are and how good Eminem is. But that's our differences. That's all good.
Exactly. I say Eminem. He followed Tupac.
Oh, no doubt.
And
Tupac was amazing.
And Tupac was one of my favorites of all time.
No doubt. Mine too. I love it.
That's how I see it like that. And on that note, we're going to take a little break. We'll talk some more shit about this.
Let's make that $1 billion. Have we gotten the numbers
Oh,
yet?
yeah. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. You can't wait. This is Aaron L. Smith, Flow Empire Network.
Hey, ladies. I'm trying to get right. Real dolled up, real fancy. I'ma look like a pinup tonight. Start the night out right. Pre-gaming with my ladies, if I might. Let me puff on that hookah, let me sip some wine. Like I'm out of date, pin up on my dress so tight. Tonight I'ma drink my sorrows. Tonight I'ma smoke away all my stress. Yeah. Me and my girls about to act to hotness. Pop 15 bottles and excuse the hotness. Straight looking cute. All them looking at they could get the boo. Noche de mujeres, see I get a clue. Now duck face girls, it's a photo shoot. It's time to warm my body. It's time to work up a sweat. Go on DJ, slow the tempo. Cause this party ain't over yet. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Get them hands up high. Keep them hands up high. Ladies night. Popping bottles right. Fitted just as tight. Ladies night. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Never say yeah, man, it's just past 2. And I think I'm seeing double, think I lost the shoe. Ended up on the ground, stumbled on my ex wall. The wall I was sipping, it was him I was next to. Hit up my girls like, what? It's a dub in this club, about to get some grub. Hop in the cab, yeah, we out to the heights. Finish up the champagne, go grab some bites. Segment Express or some patacon. I could go for medio pollo in el malecón. I don't know about y'all, but I'm in the zone. Feeling like some wine or coffee Patron. Out to the athletes, the night is young. Have my entourage is already done. Ain't no stressing out the niggas, ain't no feeling glum. Oh, you having boy problems? Bathroom, son.
Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Get them hands up high. Keep them hands up high. Ladies night. Popping bottles right. Feeling just as tight. Ladies night. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night.
Next stop, Sin City. We about to see all them biddies. Divvy up these dollar billies. Throw it in the air like Diddy. My, so pretty. These strippers to Diddy. These fellas are frisky. It's the life of New York City. Hell of a night, we gotta do it again. And we ain't gon' stop till it's 6 a.m. Yes, I'm a Barbie, I don't need no Ken. It depends on women, who needs a man? Nah, I'm wildin' out cause I love these guys. But back up, Bobby, it's a female's night. It's a female's night. Back up, Bobby, it's a female's night.
Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Get them hands up high. Keep them hands up high. Ladies night. Popping bottles right. Feeling just as tight. Ladies night. Yes, we're feeling right. Yes, we're feeling right. Ladies night. Are you living or are you existing? Because life is meant for you to be living.
That's right.
I said, are you living or are you existing?
Come on, girls, we gotta have fun.
Because life is meant for you to be living.
That's right. It's Barbie Levy in the building. And we off this.
She's a dancer. 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 Got me watching you. She's a dancer, stuck on how she moves. She's a dancer, got me hypnotized. She's a dancer, gonna spend my money on my money tonight. Hey shorty, how you doing? See you every Friday. Watching you move. Damn, you're so sexy. No, it ain't real. It's all pure fantasy. Yes, I know the deal. It's all about the money. But I can't stop thinking about what we can do out of this club. Where it's just me and you. So say you're ready. Girl, give me that chance. Once I dive in, you'll be left in a trance. Got me watching you. She's a dancer, stuck on how she moves. She's a dancer, got me hypnotized. She's a dancer, gonna spend my money on my money tonight. Oh, oh, oh no, baby, I know this ain't real, but it feels like it is. Got me thinking I'm the only one that matters in this club. Every time we exchange words, I feel that rub on my leg. Draw me in, asking if I'm ready for another dance. These pockets too heavy, so I said let's go. She took me to the top floor, now she gives me a show. Booty go up and down. Said the booty go up and down. Hips go round and round. Said the hips go round and round. Booty go up and down. Said the booty go up and down. Hips go round and round. Said the hips go round and round. She's a dancer. Got me watching you. Got me watching you. Got me watching you. She's a dancer. Stuck on how she moves. Got me stuck on how she moves. Got me stuck on how she moves. She's a dancer. Got me hypnotized. She's a dancer. She's a dancer. Gonna spend my money. Spend my money tonight. All this money, girl, it's yours. Just keep on dancing, and I throw more. All this money, girl, it's yours. Just keep on dancing, and I throw more. All this money.
We ain't gonna go back and forth and play this cat and mouse game. It is what it is. If you with it, let me know for the
Yeah, we back.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're still not richer though.
You gotta wait till 11 o'clock.
Sorry.
Numbers. Yeah. So, Ron, you got a lot of stuff going on. So why don't you talk about stuff a little bit?
All right.
A little bit.
I finished rapping. Somebody's. Oh, anyway. The last thing I just rapped was the last pilot I rapped is called "Thank You for Coming." It's about a guy whose uncle dies and leaves him his strip club, and the guy has no idea how to run a strip club, how to be involved in that world, and it's just all about his trials and tribulations in that club and learning how to run a club. And he also has a deviant twin brother who's lived his whole life in strip clubs and gambled and done all that, and he becomes a strip club DJ. Because when I used to do stand-up, I used to do a strip club DJ voice because I could do it on the mic.
Right.
That's great.
How does that go though?
Something like this. All right, guys, come up on stage right now. We got Christy on the main stage. Don't be a schmuck. Give her that bug. Don't be mean. Show her that green. All right, we got Christy, Candy, Kalu, Alana, Savannah, Trina, Clitora.
Nice. Nice.
That is so nice, Flavor Flav. I love it. And so this show is about first taking over the strip club, and then I want to pitch it to networks so that it has an episodic where there's all the characters come back and they're still running a strip club in Manhattan. That's what the whole thing's about.
That's freaking great.
It's called "Thank You for Coming." So that's what we're trying to sell. Isn't that a great name? Thank You for Coming.
I read between you. Yeah, that's hilarious.
So that's the latest one. The one I did before this was called The Ron Show, and it was basically me being Ron Barba. It was written by a friend of mine who had written a previous show, and we kind of used the characters from that, and we just filmed 4 episodes in my apartment, which is in Midtown. I have a beautiful apartment there, and it's about me, but really as a divorced man with 2 kids, which is not true in real life, but just living the life of a single man with money in Manhattan, middle-aged man and his friends, and then all the people they encounter. And so very modern, kind of like modern living, like right now.
Kind of like some Larry David stuff.
Yeah, exactly. More like that. More like reality based. Yeah. More like reality based in that.
That's cool.
And then the first show I did, which is when we started pitching, was called The King of the List, and the list is short for Craigslist. And so I was basically a Craigslist talent agent. That was my character.
Nice.
Because I used to be on Craigslist for many, many years, auditioning for gigs, getting so many gigs, and then I saw stuff that didn't fit me but fit friends that were comics, actors, singers, and I would send it to them. So I started getting friends gigs, and then I was becoming a Craigslist agent, and there was small money, but there was like no money in it for me. Maybe I got 10% of like $20, but it was just a funny thing. So we wrote 8 episodes about a Craigslist talent agent.
Yeah,
so those 2
that's
shows.
Great. I mean, Craigslist used to be so more popular than it is now because of all the the FBI, cracking down on them and stuff with sex trafficking and all that other shit.
And they only doing that because they're not getting the tax money.
Is that right?
Really?
Of course.
I didn't
Come
know.
on.
That makes
Anything.
sense. That makes
Come
sense.
on. You got to grease the politicians, man. If Craigslist had the
Always.
common sense to grease the
Always.
politicians.
Grease them. I like how you say
them.
grease.
Grease.
I love that grease. I like how you said it.
Grease the
that
politicians with money, then
Grease
there
them.
we would still
You're right.
have a selection of thoughts and holes and all those other things for cheap. But now we have to look through the internet for some entertainment. That sucks.
Yeah, even like this. That I think it was that other crazy one that was called Backpage or something like that.
Oh, Backpage was amazing.
They
Backpage was awesome.
they shut that down as well.
It fucking sucks that Backpage is down.
That's a big one. Down. It had to shift somewhere. It had to shift
Sucks.
somewhere else. Where did that market go?
They'll
I
find
don't know.
somebody.
They'll
It's
find
out there. They'll find it.
Place.
Hold on, that market never goes away.
Of course, I mean this is the oldest profession in the world.
Thank
So
you.
Vagina
It's
is
the number one
gold
business.
mine.
For
If
sure.
if we went into a depression, that business would still be number
Skyrocket.
one. It would still be number one and go even higher.
Oh yeah, for
It's
sure.
recession proof.
Be selling pussy on Nasdaq.
Vagina's recession proof.
That's good.
What was the Dow Jones on vagina today?
It's going up.
It
the
has-
market of a JJ.
That's hilarious. That's a mark. That should
The
be a
hashtag Me Too movement has not
Oh.
messed up the market of a JJ.
There be no Me Too.
It's still rallying.
Skyrocket.
Do you think it affected the Me Too? The
Hell
do
no.
you think men and women, like, their relationship got any different? Like,
I said this on last week's show that this is a scary but funny time to be a male and basically in the world, pretty much.
It's funny.
why funny though? Why funny?
Because
people
you-
would take exception. I'd be like, it's not funny at all. What's
I don't
happened?
well,
no, I'm saying that's what they would
well,
say. Though.
I mean, I can give a less of a fuck of what people think, but you know, this is my opinion. This Aaron Smith can't lose.
Yes,
So,
can't lose.
as far as I'm concerned, like as being it funny,
Yeah.
it's like it's like it's not funny, haha. It's funny, ho ho. So it's like you have to like really think about certain things. You have to be like that. I mean, I know everyone has a mother or aunt or
Right.
uncle and all shit like that,
Like a
and I
mother,
perfectly
sister.
understand that, and that's perfectly fine. And I commend women for coming out, and all that's cool with that. But
Sure.
it's like, like me and Jeffrey have said before, they're female predators too, and
Absolutely.
they need to be put out on blast as well.
It's more exactly, and that's like it just this. You're exactly right, and women do deviant things to men all the time. It doesn't
Worse than men sometimes.
Exactly, and it doesn't create a
Let me
movement.
let
It
me
doesn't
tell you
create a
something.
movement. We can't do a movement, guys.
If you're a pimp,
What's our movement?
We too.
Let me tell you something. We too. Let me tell you something. If you're a pimp, you're gonna need a notary license because you need to notarize all those consent forms. It's gonna be.
I think it is only $2.
So you think
So I
it is-
think,
you
I
think
think
it is
they'll be all
changing?
right.
Oh yeah. You need a notarized contract,
Headphones
buddy.
down a little bit. My headphones just a little lower.
I think it's
Oh, where's the volume on this?
I have no idea.
I have no clue.
Come on, producer. Sorry, I didn't mean to break up this Me Too.
It's quite all right.
nerve-wracking.
We multitask here at Flow Empire
I
Network.
like it here. I
So,
like this place. We're gonna get some girls in here though.
Oh, for sure.
Which one? Is this one mine? Oh, just find it.
We
Thank
just we just have to have them sign consent forms first.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, pimps and madams is gonna have no licensed notaries, man. It's gonna,
Well, it's only like I said, $2. Like you
it's
get
$2.
Listen, there's always an economic
And
move.
make sure you
there's
get
an
a receipt.
economic move
Oh.
behind this. There's a big money. What did you say? I missed
Get
that.
a receipt.
make sure I said make sure you get a receipt too.
Get a receipt.
Just
It's
get a receipt with
hilarious.
everything.
Holy
Everything.
shit.
I don't give a fuck.
I got some funny things that were sent to me. Like you have to sign all
If
this
you
consent.
fuck a prostitute, make sure you got a receipt book. And then I want $200 for 1 hour.
It's taking the fun out of this, taking the love out of it, the romance.
I think so, but I also blame Fortnite. And
What's Fortnite? What's
Fortnite is basically a video game that is on like all these platforms, PlayStation, and all that stuff. And I read something about that a couple of days ago, where basically couples are divorcing because of this game Fortnite being it's so competitive.
Oh my god!
That they don't want to be with each other anymore. It's crazy.
That's like, who could have a relationship you're going to break up over a video game,
Exactly.
or a movie,
And
or
you
like
know how
TV
much
shows?
money is being made off of Fortnite? Like
money.
if
A
you-
lot of money.
Listen, if
Why?
you're a good Fortnite
This is
player
what we are
and you
today.
stream it, you're gonna make a lot. If you're a good Fortnite player and you stream it, you're gonna make a lot of money.
All the money is in videos, gamers.
Definitely.
They make
Oh, yeah.
more money than anybody.
Oh, yeah,
Forget
for sure.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Get your kid into being the top gaming
board,
nerd,
right.
and you'll make $1 zillion
For
on
sure,
these.
all these tournaments, only things around the world.
Are you
Definitely.
kidding? Listen, I play chess like crazy. I
So do
love
I.
chess. I'm addicted. Do you play?
Yes,
All right,
I
good.
do.
Chess.com. We'll plug that.
For sure.
Maybe they can sponsor our show.
My
We'll be the gamer of that.
I would love that.
Can we be a podcast gamer on chess on what's it called?
Aaron Smith can't lose.
Let's go. Aaron Smith can't lose.
So I mean, my uncle had taught
Sounds
me.
like a TV show.
Ironically, it's from the '90s show Parker Lewis Can't Lose, but we don't want them to sue
okay,
us. So,
okay.
but
Sue us with Lewis.
But my uncle had taught me how to play defensively.
Oh, that's great! Such a great game.
When he was alive, he told me how to play. He taught me, my mother, my sister, everybody, and then that's how I play now, and that's how I've always played. I mean, basically just see how people move, and I just work my way to there, and then I eventually
react off of that.
Yeah, I don't like speed chess at all. I
love speed. That's all I do. It's addiction.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
3
I mean, I'll play it, but I don't like
but
it.
you're right, because when you play a nice slow game, it's quite beautiful, and there's so much thinking involved. In this, the thinking is choppy. It's just fast.
Very.
It's just like Coke. It's like, I mean, I don't do Coke.
Right.
I did it for the first time actually in my life in Vegas like a month ago.
Nice.
But I'm saying it was like that. The rush. It's just rush,
Right.
and then it's over. But a nice chess game, oh, beautiful. So many things you can do.
Jeffrey, do you do coke?
No, I do not do coke. But I've had family members that did coke, and they have emptied out. Coke is very expensive, and they empty it out their pockets.
That's why I
doing
stick to
coke.
weed.
Listen, I have to keep my system clean because I got a security guard license and a freaking taxi driver's license, and they all do blood tests, so I'm suffering as a sober man.
That's the only reason?
Hey, but you're going to get paid, though, so hey, don't worry about it.
Man, I want to smoke weed. I want to smoke lots and lots of weed because I'm stressed the fuck out, but I can't.
I got
I'm
a friend
sober.
who's anxiety
What
and
about,
everything, and he doesn't smoke either.
What
And
about
I'm like,
CBD
you
oil?
should
Would
smoke.
that work for you?
CBD oil, what is that?
CBD oil is basically, it has the extract of the weed, but it doesn't have the THC in it. That's the only thing.
I don't think that will work. Any sort of weed or any sort of cannabis, the government
THC
will
is-
find it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what really works for. But I know CBD really works for like people who have like seizures, chronic pain, stuff like that.
It just
so
calms you down. It's like
Yeah.
a calmer. It's a
need-
relaxing.
definitely.
I need weed.
I mean, I can't leave out the house without smoking because that helps me deal with humans.
Wow.
Quite honestly.
Is that every day?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
I
like
smoke a couple times a week.
day
at
and
least.
night, day and night, day and night.
I smoke a few.
I
times
got a big rig at home, so like I mean I don't like to roll, but I do. But I mean I use a lot less in the bowl, so it lasts a little longer. But to
Absolutely.
each their own. Like I said, I got a pipe of all kinds
Whatever.
of shit.
Just all you need is a
I'm a
puff.
stoner, so it doesn't matter.
I love it.
Definitely.
I love it.
For real.
Stoners.
Yes.
We can't smoke yet in this city.
We
And
can.
You can smoke in California.
We can actually. We
You can
can
smoke in Colorado.
We can smoke here. It's just that you're limited to less than an ounce.
Oh, okay.
And
But you can't smoke in public places.
Yes, you can.
Really?
Yes, you can.
What about private places?
I'm not too sure about that, but the thing is that if people smoke, like I said, it's September 1st, that's when it started here.
Okay.
Where you can have less than an ounce because they've been throwing out a lot of cases because of the mayor here that basically, de Blasio basically
Sure.
said that, it's a waste of taxpayers' money and court time and all that stuff. So they write you a ticket. And as long as you don't have more than an ounce, you get like $100 ticket.
That's not-
But if you're smoking a joint out, the cops are not going to bother you anymore.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
So.
Bravo. New York, you're way behind. You know what my friend said? There you go. Get them in there.
I'm
That's
still
a big
smoking at home, though. I don't trust cops.
And this is what my buddy
I
said
don't
yesterday.
trust cops either.
You don't trust cops?
Nah, man.
Oh, hold on a second. Okay. I trust cops, but yes, there are evil cops. But you have to trust a cop. You saying every cop you don't trust?
Not every cop, no.
Okay.
Well, the majority of them.
I have,
They're the biggest gang in New York.
Let me tell you, buddy. And they got more power than any gang.
For sure.
People think they got power fighting them. I'm like, are you crazy? Do you know what you're fighting against? You're literally saying, take me to jail or kill me.
Right.
If you go and fight these people.
There's no way.
Yeah, they're
Listen,
the enforcers of the
they're
law.
crazy. But the fighters, I'm like, you're fighting this guy? They want blood.
Pretty much.
Come on.
That's what they go
Who
for.
wants to fuck with me?
Not me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got family members that's a member of the police department. They got some very stories. One of the stories is my Uncle Eric. He likes to tell everybody is that one time they was trying to arrest a perp, and that perp, they came up to the perp, and the guy pulled out the shotgun, and all of a sudden it smelled like shit, right? All of a sudden it smelled like shit.
God.
And it finds out, no. Oh, I just what the fuck is in my stomach? Anyway, so
You're right over
heard
there.
that? Yeah, no, I'm good. This is like,
Maybe we have to talk about his health next.
no,
Yeah.
exactly.
We don't have enough time for that.
So he turns out the guy pulled out a shotgun on him, and he shitted on himself, and he played it off like it was the perp. He's, hey man, you shitted on yourself. This dude pulled out a 12 gauge shotgun on my damn uncle, and he shot himself.
Of course, buddy, it's amazing.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine?
That's a hilarious story, dog. I'm glad he's alive, but shit, a 12
highly
gauge?
embarrassed though.
Oh, come on, dude.
You lose
12
everything.
Gauge,
If
a
I
12
saw-
gauge is on you out of nowhere. I'm not surprised. I probably shit on myself,
Well,
too.
that's definitely not department issue. He must have got that out of his personal stuff. So we're gonna wrap it up in a little bit. So Ron, where can the good people catch you at?
All right,
Any
so
shows coming up?
this is what I do every Saturday. I'm on a show called Truffles, and it's a dinner theater show. You come there, bring a date. They do a lot of like birthdays. They do bridal things. It's a really good celebration. You can do any kind of celebration thing. You come to our show. We put on a show for you. You eat a good meal, and it's called Truffles. It's on 46 between 8th and 9th. I perform every Saturday night at 5 o'clock. Tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. We sell out the show now. Thank you. And they're selling out the show so big that they need a bigger venue.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a hot show, and we got some really talented people in it, including me. And I was the first. I was in the first show that they put on. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm the last cast member in that show.
So you're the original.
I'm both proud of that and very embarrassed at
So
the
you're
same
like the
time.
original. Like,
I am the original.
like Cats.
I'm the original Cats member, and this could be the height of my career could be Truffles. But anyway, that's what I do 5 o'clock every Saturday.
Jeffrey, you got any shows coming up?
Not coming up, but will shortly. I'll let you know.
Yes.
Definitely. And you know, everybody, people, you can always catch me here every Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on the Flow at Empire Network and at Facebook Live. I do a set mix back in the day. I didn't do it last week, where I have like basically the dude/dudette of the week. Also, I will have a cunt/jerk of the week. So I'm gonna give a shout out to basically my program, and they know who they are, and then they know who they are, and I'm not gonna say their names because, quite honestly, you don't plug me. Why would I plug you? And you know, like. Quite honestly, you know, I've had enough patience and I've tried to be nice, but quite honestly, you don't like people being nice. So I mean, you have to do it the legal way, having like that. So and the great words of a great black man that said this, and that black man is me. Fuck you.
That's great.
As far as I'm concerned, it is what it is. I just, like it comes to the point where, you try to be a nice person, you try to be like, I try to do the right thing, and you want to do things because you don't want to go to jail or the hospital. So, and I don't know which one is worse. I've been to both, but quite honestly, I'm just doing what I gotta do anyway. This, and like I said, I come here to vent to you good people in front of, good guests like Ron and my good friend Jeffrey. So, as far as I'm concerned, we'll be off next week, but we'll be back here in November, I believe the 3rd. I'm going to spend a nice little week off in Atlantic City. And,
Taking the Hard Rock. That's the new one, down there.
What about twice? What are you talking about? November 2nd? The 3rd? The 3rd is a Saturday? Okay, so November 2nd. All right, I'll be honest. I'll still be here. I'll still be coming to bother you November 3rd, too. How about that? Anyway, so I want to thank Bob Kitson for coming through. Thank you, Ron, for coming.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
thanks for having me on this show.
Anytime. Ron
Thank you.
Barber, ladies and
Such a
gentlemen.
pleasure.
Jeffrey Frazier, my good host. And I want to thank all you good people for listening. This is Aaron Smith Can't Lose. I will see you next time. Thank you and good night.
Take care.
Good night.